Brexit. Anne Widdecombe lashed out at Boris Johnson as she raged the undetermined Prime Minister has agreed to more extensions in the Brexit talks than Theresa May. In a furious rant against the Prime Minister's Brexit tactics, the former Brexit Party MEP claimed the UK would have agreed to a free trade deal with Brussels by now if Boris Johnson stuck to his ultimatums in June. The staunch Brexiteer told Jeremy Vine, "The reason that we haven't got a Brexit deal is very straightforward, we haven't got a determined Prime Minister. He's had more extensions than Theresa May. If he had stuck to the original proposition, which was if we don't have a trade deal or one very close by the end of June, then we end the negotiations and we get ready for no deal. If we had done that we would have a deal by now because the EU would have realized that we are serious." Brexit negotiations are expected to continue next week, but the European Union believes a deal must be concluded by mid-November in order for it to be ratified by the end of the year, when the current transition arrangements expire. Downing Street acknowledged that significant gaps still remain between the two sides and time is in short supply. Irish Taoiseach Michael Martin said failure to reach a deal would be very damaging all around, with Ireland and the UK particularly affected. Without a deal being struck, trade between the UK and EU will be subject to tariffs set out by the World Trade Organization. Speaking to the BBC, the Irish Premier said, "We've all had a very significant shock to our economic system because of COVID-19. The last thing we need now across all of our respective economies is a second major shock." Mr. Martin also said the UK needs to be very careful that they do not do anything that could destabilise the politics of Northern Ireland, and that no deal past the transition period could lead to tensions that are unnecessary. Teams led by the EU's Michel Barnier and the UK's Lord Frost have been taking place in London this week. The Prime Minister's official spokesman said, "Talks are continuing in London and the negotiators are working hard to bridge the still significant gaps that remain. Time is in short supply and there are still significant gaps that remain."